My guest on the program is Mr. Wilson INALEGWU, the former Commissioner of Police for the nation's capital at the height of insecurity. He also served as the former AIG for Zone 9. This man was in charge of policing 4 of the 5 states in southeastern Nigeria. According to him, some of the failure in securing the country comes from a lack of proper policing plan at the state level and an endemic lack of faith in Nigeria's security personnel by the Nigerian people. Mr. INALEGWU, welcome to Dateline Abuja.
Thank you. It's a pleasure for me to be here today.
You know, you used to be Commissioner of Police in Abuja.
That's true.
And I remember, in fact, I'm going to call you out on this one because last week we were in Tungamaji between Gwagwalada and Zuba. And we were there because, you know, the rate of crime in Tungamaji has increased exponentially. What would you say is responsible for the high rate of crime in suburbs like Tungamaji, Kubwa, you know, Lugbe, all those places? What's wrong? Why is there very little police presence, and why is the response time really slow?
In the suburbs, yes, you have crime, but the response, I think some of the residents in those areas may not be familiar with the police helplines. I know we used to circulate them, and I think CP Bala Chiruma, who was my Deputy Commissioner in charge of operations when I was CP, I think the standard of operation has not changed really much. But usually when a high-profile individual is attacked by hoodlums, he receives a big publicity, and it creates that general impression. I'm not saying that there are no crimes in the suburbs. And it does happen like that. It's unfortunate. But I don't know if they contacted Zuba police station, because I think Zuba is closer. Because we also, on the interchange, before you get to the Zuba interchange, I think there is a police post there. I mean,
we spoke to some of the residents about the Zuba police station in that, and one of the residents actually told us that when you call the Zuba police station, they always tell that there's no fuel in the car.
Yeah, what my advice would be that you call the control room. If you call them, and then you make it a point. Don't just stop by grumbling or complaining. Contact the Commissioner of Police, because the standard should be between 3 minutes and 5 minutes. You are supposed to get help. But it happens in some instances where some officers have their attitude or something, because it shouldn't happen. But I think that should be an isolated case, because the response for FCT is more robust than many other parts of the country. The community has a role to play. In those suburbs, I think what they used to do in Lugbe, in Zuba, they have this community awareness programs. That is, they come together and meet and discuss issues of security. The solution is, number 1, all of them should have the control room numbers, because if you call them, you can get even 3, 4, 5 patrol teams converging at that place. Because the police try to optimize both human and material resources to achieve security for the citizens.
So in addition to having the number of the police station within your locality, have the control room number
that locality is not enough.
So you need the control room number as well.
You need a control room number. That's a hotline that, if usually on your news bar, it is circulated. If you call, you are going to get help. But with that police post, they will come, but the number
will not be as much.
Yes, and then they could be responding to another critical incident. But if you call the central control room, you are going to have a convergence. You are going to have from Zuba. You may even have from Kubwa. You can have from Gwagwalada that interchange. It is night time. It will less than 10 minutes. We expect them, to be there. But more importantly, and I don't want to miss that point, it's about the communities coming together, sensitizing themselves, observing people in their neighborhood. By the time you have communities come together, and then you invite the officers will go to sensitize them, tell them what to look for. Who are these individuals? They're just in the community, nobody knows them. Are they carrying out surveillance? Are they looking out for prominent people within that community? And then information is given well ahead of anything. You say, and then check that man who is selling cannabis in the community. By the time you pass certain locations, you perceive the order, because that's a place for them to gather.
Basically, vigilance on the part of everyone.
Yeah, vigilance. Yeah. Thank you.
I want to move us to the southeast right now, because that's where the latest security concerns are coming from. You know, the southeastern part of the country. You were AIG in 4 of the 5 southeastern states. Is this cause for worry? These stories we're hearing from the southeastern part of the country. Is this something that the country should be worried about? Are we playing with something that can get worse?
Anything of insecurity must be taken seriously. And you don't allow it to assume a life of its own. When you have the situation that we have in the Southeast, the issue of agitation for Biafra,
attacking police stations,
the issue of
correctional centers,
attacking police checkpoints, police stations, correctionals, and then it climaxed with the attack on the Owerri Correctional Center and the Imo State Police Command Headquarters. That's unacceptable.
What can be done so it doesn't escalate? Because there's so many meetings going on right now, trying to understand what's going on.
The community, the influencers, they have a lot of role to play, because
when you say influencers, you're talking traditional rulers?
Yes, religious leaders. Traditional rulers, religious leaders, political office holders, opinion leaders. They are influencers. They need to be involved. That, wait a minute, what's going on? When you attack the sovereignty of the country, the police force represents that. The military represents that, the sovereignty of the country. And when you begin to challenge that, you are saying that you don't recognize government. And these people you are killing, is it possible they are looking for arms, for a wider violence? So what you need to do, you've got to get the security agencies together. If you are the governor of that state or the southeastern region, you've got to ask what is going on. The security agencies, they need to develop a policing plan.
Okay.
Or like security plan. The immediate, the medium, and the long term. The policing priorities now in the Southeast, in my opinion, is restoring serenity within that environment. Getting these guys who have attacked, getting them apprehended and prosecuting them. So there must be interagency cooperation and collaboration among the security agencies to begin to look at who are these people.
Thank you so much, Mr. INALEGWU, for being with us on Dateline.
Support the police, support our security agencies. Security is everybody's business. Sharpen your power of observation. What you see, don't hold it to yourself.
Share.
Share. Share relevantly. Share privately, because your neighbor could be the problem. So when you share, don't discuss with anybody.
All right, sir. Thank you so much again.
You're welcome.
We sincerely hope the FCT administration looks into the plight of the residents of Tungamaje and comes to their help. For those who live in Tungamaje watching this program, our prayers go out to you. Please stay safe. It's hard to keep hope alive while staring down the barrel of a gun, but we must. The only way these security forces can keep us safe is if we cooperate with them. Be watchful, save these control room numbers on your phone, and report suspicious activity the moment you notice them. That's our show today. Remember to let us know the happenings in your neighborhood using the social media handles showing on your screen. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Kayla Magwa. See you next time.